Hellraiser is an iconic horror franchise launched from the deranged mind of author Clive Barker, an adaptation of his novella, The Hellbound Heart. Hellraiser tells the story of a puzzle box that opens a gateway to another dimension of untold pain and pleasure, run by sadomasochistic demons. When a man escapes their grasp, his former lover must kill in order to regenerate his body, which unleashes hell in the process. Now let's strip away the flesh and dig into this masterpiece with your hosts, What's up, horror fam? Steven, A.K.A. Bojangles here, and come closer, my friends. I have something scary to tell you. Today, I'm sitting down with Anna, and resident Hellraiser expert and HorrorFam alumni, James, A.K.A. Pinhead 198, to discuss this legendary film. Forget the tea, we're spilling the guts on this one. Sit back and enjoy, horror fam. What's your pleasure, sir? Yeah. All right, man. So we're sitting here. We got me and Anna the Annihilator, but also today we have the legend himself, Pinhead 198, A.K.A. James, join us today, man. You are like our resident Hellraiser fanatic and expert. I believe you were on set for the first 3 Hellraiser films.
Yeah.
See, exactly.
Perfect.
I'm excited.
So are we, because we recently did a Hellraiser marathon. That's an undertaking right there.
We watched them all.
I'm proud of you guys.
Hell yeah, man. You know, and I just want to ask you guys this.
Okay.
Is it just me, or stylistically, does the Hellraiser franchise just completely change, like stylistically, after part 2? Like, I feel like the first 2 go together so well.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And then by the time you hit part 3, it's kind of like Hollywood Hellraiser.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right? Like,
yeah. The 3 and 4 is where it really goes. Well, 3 is Hollywood, and then 4 is like Hollywood-ish until we get into, we're getting on the precipice of the direct DVD, Blu-ray videos. Because Bloodline was in theaters technically, but we were on the precipice of really seeing, like, we could tell at that point Doug was like, I'm sick of this shit.
Oh.
We were on the edge of the brink.
Right. I'm so glad, man, though, that he was, speaking of Doug Bradley, I'm so glad that he was cast in the first film and pretty much stuck it out all the way through. I mean, really. And it's weird, because I learned this fact about it, is that he almost passed on the role of Pinhead.
Yep.
Yeah, he almost took the role of one of the movers.
Yep.
One of the moving guys who's moving the mattress in the first film.
Yeah, because he was afraid that under all the prosthetics and everything, no one would see his face. It's like, it's just one of those things, man, you know, that would have changed horror history forever, and you just don't even know.
Absolutely. Right?
Yeah.
Because we're all there for the voice, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
And a crazy thing about that is, originally Clive Barker had him in mind, because people don't realize that it's rumored, might have been confirmed, but Clive Barker, the role of Pinhead goes back a little further than the Hellbound Heart, because he did a play called Hunters in the Snow. And there was this character called the Dutchman, who was a torturer. He was a weird character, and Clive Barker literally masked those things he did at the play to make the novella that he did with the Hellbound Heart, which is also what he was already pre-planning for the script, because not many people know this, but the novella came out a year before the film, and he had that planned. And he already had that character. He just changed a couple of things. He didn't, other than the pins, they were almost identical. There were some things that were similar, but other than the pins, and the guy that played that character in the play was Doug Bradley. So he already had Doug Bradley in mind for Pinhead coming into that. So he wanted him to do it. It was like he was destined to do it.
Perfect.
That's so wicked. And speaking of the Hellbound Heart, how do you think it stacks up, the film adaptation? How do you think that stacks up to the novella it was based on?
I think it was a great job because he literally modeled the screenplay off of the novella. Like, obviously we have the changes. We have Kirsty obviously isn't the daughter in the novella. She's almost, the love interest. I think he did a great job because you got to understand, like, the reason why Hellraiser came about and why he did the novella in the first place is because the previous movies that he did, Hollywood screwed him over. Rawhead Rex was a piece of shit. So was and this is from his own mouth, like Underworld.
Yeah.
He hated these films, and he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it myself. And he wrote the novella in mind, having already the screenplay written. And if we hate it, then Clive Barker had to hate it because he designed this with the few changes based on what he wanted to happen because he was tired of films being ruined by people. He hated Rawhead Rex and he hated Underworld so bad that he took the initiative. And he was a rookie. He never made any films except for 2 student films. This was his first big major movie role or movie director debut. And he took, and I admire him for it. So to answer that question, I think it's fantastic. It's better than a lot of these other adaptations we don't have to name.
Yeah, he certainly did. Now, I love this movie. Mm-hmm. I do love this movie, so I'm not talking smack, but it's such a different movie. But I will say Clive Barker fared better than Stephen King when he decided to step in.
You mean as a
Maximum
director?
Overdrive? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think there are 2 wildly different artists. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And Stephen King has this kind of goofy mania about him that, kind of lends itself to something like Maximum Overdrive. And but it's not, there's something, I think Clive Barker was very aware of the fact that he wasn't quite sure what he was doing.
Yes.
And so paid.
Stephen King went in there in a drug-fueled rampage. Just went for it, man.
Went for it, right? Whereas Clive Barker, you can tell, was very meticulous. He paid a lot of attention to everything that he was doing.
I was going to say, wasn't Stephen heavily on the booger sugar and the booze at that time? So
yes, sir. Yeah.
You can't really compare the two because, and not only that, like, not to be a snob about it, but Clive Barker's like an auteur. He makes art. So it's like as much it is a good comparison, but I just don't like that to compare it because, and I don't want to be a snob, but Clive Barker's smarter than Stephen King. Like, that's just my personal bias.
That's spade. I love it. I'll take it.
Well, let me ask you guys this, man.
Okay.
So, like, in the Hellbound Heart, which is, of course, the novella that Hellraiser is based on, it gets into things that obviously, like, the movie can't really depict. Like, Frank opens this box that is supposed to deliver, like, the ultimate experience, okay? It's supposed to be the ultimate form of pleasure. That is what Frank is seeking.
Right. Well, yeah.
In the book, it just tells you, like, from the minute like you see the Cenobites, right? It's like, oh my God, you can smell feces,
Ooh.
all these like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so gross and like things that you can't experience in the movie. Like it almost has to be described to you.
Yeah.
Is that what he was seeking and what he ultimately found? Do you think you could even, is there any way to like say, well, hey man, that is in some weird way the ultimate form of pleasure?
Oh gosh, are we getting into
I gotta know.
sadomasochism conversation?
Yeah, I gotta know. Could you guys even like accept that? Like, it's not my jam, but I could see where somebody else would. Like, cause that's pushing some boundaries.
Yeah, those
right
are
there,
two
man.
like really, really different conversations. But I feel like that's right. Like a lot of Clive Barker is discussion about that, right? Like about the boundaries of human experience, right?
Yes.
Like, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like I feel like I need a psych degree to discuss like whether or not.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me put it in a better way. Okay,
Yeah,
like if you guys, okay, who the hell doesn't want ultimate pleasure?
Right.
Who doesn't want ultimate pleasure right now? Right at all moments of our life. Right.
Yeah.
If you guys open that box, how fucking disappointed would you be? Like,
right? Like, I think pleasure is extremely subjective, like anything else, right? Like,
exactly.
I think. You know, and yeah, you know, like for me, you know, something that like is kind of almost like on, you know, the extreme, it's such a weird way to put it, like on the extreme spectrum of like feeling good is like floating in water, which is the exact opposite, right, of extreme sensation, right? It's almost more that like loss of sensation. And so right, like, and those are two completely like wildly different things, but you can see what I'm saying. Like sometimes, like, doesn't that feel like amazing to be floating in water, especially nice cool water in the middle of the summer or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, wildly different thing than having your like flesh torn apart, right?
Like, what about you, James? Like, is there any possible way somebody could hamster this to where it's like, oh, I could see where, you know, that could be pleasurable?
Well, apparently lots of people do.
I'm just wondering, like, if you know.
You got the TikTok generation who seeks ultimate pleasure, and that's what they get. You have OnlyFans where you get, like, a lot of these people get millions of dollars to seek ultimate gratification and pleasure, and, you know, the consequences always come. I think that's what Clive Barker was telling us. I know that's what Clive Barker was telling us because he modeled a lot of these things. Like the reason why the Cenobites look the way they look because he went to the S&M bars in New York and Amsterdam. Like that's why the Cenobites look so sleek, because it was about looking for the ultimate gratification and pleasure at the time. And it still follows today. Like we're all looking for, even the people that say they're not and they pretend they're above it. All of us have that wired shit in our head that we got to get those. If it wasn't, there would be no internet, because we got to get the instant clicks. We got to get
for our pleasure seeking behaviors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everybody's guilty of it. And that's what that's what I love so much about, especially the first two Hellraiser films. It predicted this shit before we even reached here in 2024, 2023, and 2025. Like it predicted the future of, what would you do for ultimate pleasure? Would you risk finding out that there might be the ultimate destructive pain to you?
Well, you know what, James? That's an interesting point. That reminds me of a question Anna asked me before we got on here for the podcast, because she's like, okay, Cronenberg or Barker? And that's a topic for a whole other discussion. I mean, that's, oh my God, the two legends right there, right? But if you watch Cronenberg's Videodrome, you could almost have the same argument because you become the media. You become the player. Like it's intrinsically connected to your being.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, yeah, we're all walking around with the media in our pockets right now. Like you can never disconnect.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, like I think you'd almost have a better argument for Cronenberg as far as whether or not technology is, how big of a role technology plays in this pleasure seeking and in this like transformation of humanity. Whereas like I think Clive Barker like really gets at, especially if like you start looking at some of his other stories, like really gets to the point like that this is at the heart of humanness, that humans have always sought those boundaries, sought that edge, sought, you know, especially, you know, if left to their own like wanderings, like, right. Like it's, you know, it's not the Larrys of this world. Right. If it's not the Larrys of this world who are working hard for a living, right? It's the Franks who, you know, don't really care about anybody else, anything else. It's just their own gratification, right? Like that those people have always existed. You know, and that you're dead right. And that consequences come from that kind of, you know.
I think it's the same scenario on two sides of the coin, David Cronenberg's heads and Clive Barker's tails, because it is the same story being told on, like you said, Anna, on different. So one's technology, let's say, and the other's the human condition. And at the end of the day, they're all both the human condition because
right.
You know,
right.
And both, because one comes from the other.
Both men were had to battle to get where they are in Hollywood. So it's actually a good representation.
And I mean, dude, it's like you were saying, you know, the original Hellraiser, indisputable classic, man.
Indeed.
But you know, Barker wanted to step in. He's like, man, these guys, they're making a mockery, a theatrical mockery of my work.
Yeah.
And he comes in, man, I'm going to tell you right now, you know, being a filmmaker myself, having, you know, looked at budget sheets, stuff like this and concepts, there's certain things you can do, right? It's like, well, we want to make a cheap horror film. We'll make something like Frozen. People are stuck on a ski lift.
Right.
Well, we'll throw, you know, a few teenagers out into the middle of the woods and let a faceless slasher chase them all down. Like those are pretty low budget offerings in the horror genre. Mm-hmm. Not, you know, talking smack on any of the, oh God, I eat all those up. But Barker gets in there, man, and he has this ambitious idea for Hellraiser. Mm-hmm. Like that is not an easy story to tell, and somehow does it on a budget of what was it, less than $1 million?
Yeah.
It was 900,000, and then they had to get an extra. They got to $1 million against the studio's wishes, and they even after that they had to hand make the ligament configuration box had to be handmade against the budget, and that's why this movie is a brilliant movie, because it stands up. Like most of those effects were made against budget and they just didn't have the money to do it. And it still stands the test of time from being a movie that came out in September 22nd, 1987. And we're still here today. Like that's insane.
It is insane. We, you know, just a few weeks ago, we did the whole marathon, but right before we got on with you today, we watched the first half an hour, maybe 40 minutes of the first film again. Mm-hmm. And I can't believe how well those effects stand up. Especially when Frank first comes up out of the floor.
Oh my God.
Frank, yes. Right? In bunny ears there, like Frank. And it's disgusting. It is still disgusting, and it's just like
he's like this gelatinous goo that
but it transforms like into, you can see the arms become arms and you see the goo become a brain, and you're just like, how did they do that back then? Like, it wouldn't look any better if somebody tried to do it today. It just wouldn't.
No, absolutely not, man. It'd be computers
Well, yeah.
struggling to do that.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have that gloppy, goopy, realness to it. I think that's what makes it look so real, is that things are like glopping off of it onto the floor, and you know what I mean? Oh, it's so gross, but so good.
And it was supposed to be more violent than that. They originally got an X rating from the MPAA, and Clive had to cut it down. Like, there was some scenes where people were getting ripped open, and like Frank, I think, was getting his scene. He was getting ripped open. They say there's the urban legend is, they say there's a cut, the original cut that was released in 2011, where you see the full gore. But the MPAA told Clive, no, fucking get this out of here, and he had to cut it down to what we got today. And they almost didn't let that go, and he's like, no, we're not cutting it anymore, and they let it go to a rated R.
Dang. So does footage exist that was cut?
I've been told that footage was completely taken away, but I've heard that there was a cut that was released in 2011 that's out there that you're supposed to be able to buy, and you can see the full cut. I don't believe it because I've been looking for it, but there's supposed to be a full cut of that shit. That's why I said it's an urban legend.
Yeah.
But it is a fact. I looked it up. I watched the Leviathan documentary, which I highly recommend. And there is a cut where there was footage where he was supposed to have far more grotesque graphic shit in it. So
yeah, if there's not a Scream Factory release of that, then there's no way it could exist, right?
Right.
Like, if anybody's going to get their hands on that footage,
that's
Scream
why
Factory would have done it.
Well, that's why I wondered, because I don't know what the studio did, but the studio that did the ligament configuration that added all those Hellraiser movies, they added in the Bloodline material that was cut out. I don't remember
Wow.
it's not Scream Factory, but they added all the producers. It's just like the Alien 3 producers cut. They added all the stuff that was originally supposed to be in Hellraiser Bloodline, and
I'd love to see that.
It's been released. I want it so bad. Like, it's expensive though. It's been released. It's out there. You can get it on Amazon. You can probably order it at Walmart, but they have a cut of that. The producer's cut of Hellraiser's Bloodline, how Bloodline was originally supposed to be intended. But I've never heard of this Hellraiser 1 shit, so I don't know. It's an urban legend.
Yeah.
Fishy.
Yeah, sounds like that. I mean, and that's how it is sometimes, I mean, I know, that there's stuff apparently with House of 1,000 Corpses stuff out there, man, that, and Rob Zombie has said, dude, that is just lost. It's gone. He's like, if it existed, it would be out there by now. It's just gone.
Yeah.
And it will probably never be unearthed. So it just sounds like one of those things. Yeah, it's just one of those things, man, because you would love to see what was going on, especially with somebody like Clive Barker. It's hard to tell what was cut. I would love to figure out what the hell's going on with some of those pillars they show throughout the movies. Like, what kind of device is this? Because they're there in pretty much every movie, just spinning around with body parts on them.
Oh.
I'm like, man, Cenobites are big fans of that shit.
Yeah.
I'd love to. But, yeah. Speaking of which, the original Cenobites we got, I never really, you don't really put this together until you go back and watch the original Hellraiser, because we've had so many that,
Right.
you know, it's ingrained in you. Here's the Cenobites. They, you know, when you go back and watch the original Hellraiser, man, it's arguable if Pinhead is even the lead Cenobite. Like, I'm kind of bummed that they axed some of these Cenobites as the franchise went on, because the first one you actually even see is the female Cenobite.
Deep Throat.
Which is the name that
I refuse to call her the female Cenobite.
She is officially referred to the female Cenobite,
right?
Because her name was originally Deep Throat.
Yeah, I love it.
I guess that's one of those things that got cut too.
Yeah,
but it's like, man, she had just as many lines as Pinhead, I feel like.
Yeah, she does, and she's the first Cenobite you see on screen, and I think she's the first one to speak.
Yes, I think so. Right?
Yeah, oddly enough.
Yeah.
So, but they seem like a team.
They do. They seem more like less they're being led by Pinhead and more like we work together to give people quote unquote ultimate pleasure.
Right, like they're doing a job.
Right.
This is their job, but the four of them do this job together.
Yeah.
Well, the crazy thing about that is, and this is factual because Clive Barker said Pinhead wasn't even supposed to be the leader, neither was the Deep Throat, as I agree with Anna. Julia was supposed to be the original villain, and the Cenobites were supposed to be secondary, even past 2, and she would have been in 3 if Pinhead hadn't blown up to the skyrocketed heights he had after the first film. He wasn't even named Pinhead until the 3rd movie. Technically, he's only been mentioned as Pinhead in the 3rd movie, but the original plan by Clive Barker was that Julia, the main villain, which it could be argued, she was supposed to be the original antagonist in the series franchise. She was supposed to be the Pinhead. That's why she returned in 2. That's why she was allowed to return in 2. And they wanted to do more plans 4 and 3, but Pinhead just blew up. Doug Bradley's character just exploded. So
that makes perfect sense to me because Julia is absolutely the villain. The Cenobites.
Well, I was going to actually ask you guys who, I mean, because this is up for debate too. Who is the main villain? Would you say
Julia.
Frank, or who's worse, Julia or Frank?
Julia.
Okay.
Julia, by far.
Yeah, I think Frank is, like, don't get me wrong, like, Frank is like, I don't know, he's like the ultimate narcissist, right? He is just in it for himself. It's all about him. He, like, uses Julia's feelings for him, but she's the one betraying somebody. She betrays her husband. She betrays her stepdaughter. She betrays all these men that she lures home for Frank. You know, he's manipulating her, but in a way that is like, if she doesn't know she's being manipulated, she's not as smart as she seems. And Clive Barker definitely sets the character up so you never think to yourself like, this woman's an idiot and this guy is taking advantage of a real idiot. Like, no, this is a well put together, you know, takes care of herself kind of woman who is allowing herself, right? She even at the beginning of the first movie, they find that Frank has been living in the house and she finds a little box that's full of pictures of Frank, but it's Frank with a whole bunch of different women, right? She doesn't care. She takes one, rips a woman out and sticks it in her pocket. So she knows exactly who this guy is. Exactly. So it's even hard to say, it's like, she's being manipulated by Frank, but it's like, but is she?
Is she?
You know what I mean?
Not at all.
She's playing into a fantasy she has in her own head. You know what I mean? And so it's like,
And you get further, like, maybe you might be able to scuff all that off, and, you know, bashing people's heads in with a hammer to feed her flesh zombie boyfriend that she wished. But in 2, In Hellbound Hellraiser 2, that turns, and you can critically tell that if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have Dr. Chenard as the main
Yeah.
Cenobite.
Yeah.
You know, so she is the villain. We could see clearly that Clive had a vision, and the studio just said, nah, Pinhead's the shit right now. He sells our t-shirts and toys. We're making him the next Freddy Krueger. So that's why
Yeah.
she was
Yeah.
snuffed, because he was selling toys and t-shirts, and the box office, the first box office exploded. Like, on the budget they made, the first box office exploded, and of course they had to do what they had to do with Pinhead. And Clive Barker hates that name. The name didn't even come because unless the fans made it that way. That's why you
Yeah.
don't hear Pinhead in the credits in the movie until Hellraiser 3, because the fans made it that way. And Clive Barker hates that name
Yeah.
because he's
You know,
called the Hell Priest or the Cold Man. And Clive Barker hates that shit. So
yeah. Yeah. I like the priest better. That would have been really, really
Yeah,
cool.
I do too.
so do I. So do I.
You know, but I think like that's part of like, the problem with not ever like saying their names out loud in the film, is because I feel like, the female Cenobite is a great example. Like, I hate saying that. Like, I wouldn't want to call him the lead Cenobite
Yeah.
or something like that, right? Like, or
Yeah.
whatever it is they stuck in the credits in the first movie for him, right? Because it's like, what? Like, stop it. Give me a name. Give me, that's why Deep Throat works better for me. I mean, one, because I like it and I know that that's originally what she was supposed to be called, but also, like, it's like using a name as opposed to a
Well, and
like female Cenobite. Like, I don't want to be
and
called the female podcaster.
and the crazy stuff is, they're not even, when they were on the set, they weren't even called these characters. They came up with nicknames on the spot. Like, Pinhead wasn't Pinhead. Butterball wasn't called Butterball. Chatterer
Yeah.
was called Chatterer on set was called Poor Bastard, because he couldn't see, he couldn't talk, he couldn't hear. So
Oh,
they
That's
called him,
horrible.
yeah. So, and they called Butterball the same because they were all on prosthetics that they couldn't see, they could barely move. They were called the Poor Bastards. So they just came up with those. Butterball and Chatterer will come up with those names on the spot.
Yeah.
So
dang, man. So, which Cenobite is your all's favorite? This is an undertaking right here, man. But I gotta know.
God.
Tough. I mean, because it's like, because Pinhead goes on, right? If I only watched the first movie, right? Like, if I had to pretend that only the first movie existed, Deep Throat's my favorite Cenobite. Her lines she's brutal, man. Like, she's mean.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, and it's just like, so, and I love that, like, the way she almost whispers her lines. You know what I mean? You're just like, and they're so creepy. And you're just like, oh my God, she's so good. And she's so spooky.
Yeah, it seems like you could plead your case to Pinhead, maybe make your way out like Kirsty.
Yeah, yeah.
But Deep Throat, dude,
she doesn't care.
she doesn't care.
She'll
trade you. She'll trade anybody out for a new plaything. That's all she cares about. She don't give a damn who it is.
Yeah, yeah. She doesn't care who opened the box with accident, no accident. What is that?
Escape, no escape. She's like, ooh, new toy.
Yeah.
This might be a shock. I loved Chatterer when I was a kid, especially because he does the mankind mandible claw to Kirsty,
Yeah.
and she was my crush. But it's obvious I love Pinhead. Even in the bad movies, he makes the movies great. With
That's
what
true.
he had to, I have to work with Pinhead. Like, I have to go with Pinhead, and not Pinhead is one of Doug did it up. And like we talked about earlier, he almost didn't become, for a fleeting 5 minutes, he almost didn't become Pinhead. I gotta go with what Doug did. Like, even in Judgment, I still like Pinhead and that wasn't even Doug. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Pinhead. Pinhead just has that gravitas, that way about
Yeah.
him. Just like, just the, like he set the bar for other, cause it's not a slasher, but he set the bar for other horror movie icons like Freddy and Jason and even my boy Michael Myers. Step up your game, bros. Step up your game,
Ooh, shots
It-
fired, dude.
he did. After
because you guys can slash and hack and smash people, but I can tell a Shakespearean sonnet before I rip you apart. So step up
Right?
your
That's
game.
true.
right, you don't even have to watch him kill anybody. It's just the things
You
he
don't.
says to you are terrifying.
Yeah.
It's funny. After we did our marathon, I walked around for days afterwards going, the box, you opened it.
Yeah.
We came.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. Oddly enough, because Pinhead has to be one of the most quotable horror characters of all time, period. Has to be.
Has to be.
After our marathon of the Hellraiser franchise, I kept walking around going, do you remember?
No, what did you say?
And to think, I hesitated.
Oh, that's right. He did, which is Chenard.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And that's somebody, that was the interesting thing about that one. And, I don't want to trail us off into Hellraiser too, but I do
we're
love
discussing
it.
our favorite Cenobites, so go
It
wherever
is,
you need
but,
to go.
Chenard's not my favorite, but it is interesting because it's like, all these people who open the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't become Cenobites. They just get absolutely tortured,
Yeah.
mangled, all this stuff, or
Yeah.
or realize, oh my God, this is a horrible mistake. And they try to, they're so desperate, like Frank, that they even escape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chenard just gets in there and embraces that shit. He's like, oh yeah.
This is it. This is what I've been looking for.
Chenard has reached his final form, man.
Literally. Yeah.
But I don't know as far as favorite Cenobite goes. I mean, it's Pinhead is up there, of course.
Butterball.
Deep Throat's up there. Butterball, dude. I might have to go with Chatterer though, and it's just because I've
I ain't mad at
always
it.
wondered, dude. I've always wondered, like, because he's a little kid when he became a Cenobite. So I've always wondered, oh my God, what did this little evil bastard do?
yeah. Yeah.
What no good stuff was he up to, man?
Right? It's a terrifying thought. Yeah, and he is incredible. That sound is incredibly unnerving.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So how do y'all think, because, you touched a little bit on this, James. So, I mean, let's go ahead and dive into it, because Hellraiser came out in 1987.
Mm-hmm.
That is, horror movies boomed in the 80s,
Yeah.
but 87 is a little more on the tail end, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't as, we'll say, commercially successful, I would say. Like the boom was starting to trickle out a little bit.
Okay.
Especially once we hit the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
And they also weren't as creative in some respects. Like it's, but Hellraiser comes along and just kicks that door down.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like a Nightmare on Elm Street did with the slasher subgenre.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this had been going on for a few years, and Nightmare on Elm Street just kicks that door down, gives you a totally new face, new weapon. I mean, Dream Demon, for God's sakes. This is completely different from what we've been seeing.
Right.
How do you guys think Hellraiser stacks up compared to other 80s horror films? And like, would you even consider Hellraiser a slasher?
No.
I know a lot of people do.
No, stop it. No. I think part 3 took on the slasher formula and tried to pigeonhole Pinhead into it.
Yeah, that's when you got like MTV Pinhead.
Yeah, it feels like anachronistic, right? It feels like it doesn't belong in the, after 1 and 2. It just doesn't. And like, so I think if you look at, especially if we're just going to really isolate the first film, you could say, you could argue the first two, no, like there's nothing slashery. If anything, Julia might be a slasher. You know what I mean? She's definitely a serial killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like I don't, you know, and they certainly don't fit the like genre tropes or any of that. And like we were discussing like at the very beginning of our conversation today, it's like Clive Barker wasn't, you know, he wasn't racking up a body count for fun, which I think is like part and parcel of the slasher genre. Like that's, you know, sometimes the whole point of the movie is just to rack up a body count for this like bizarre character you've got. Whereas like he's having a conversation with the viewers about deep philosophical things about life. You know what I mean? Yeah, like this is not about, nuts. You know, the body count like at all. Like that's not what this is.
No.
That's what I think. I don't know if that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, it's very interesting. It came that late in the game, and the body horror thing had been done. A lot of fans immediately cite The Thing, as one of the greatest body horrors of all time. I'll throw in David Cronenberg's The Fly.
Okay.
A lot of people snooze on Hellraiser, I feel like, on the body horror angle.
They do.
Yeah. I wonder if they just don't even think. Yeah. Like
I
don't
feel
think
like
about it that way, or they haven't seen it enough, or.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like Pinhead and the Hellraiser franchise as a whole has kind of been lumped into, it's another mindless slasher.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I certainly don't feel that way.
Yeah. I mean, that might be part of the problem with like the franchise kind of getting wrapped up in the personality of Pinhead.
Yeah.
Because yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, the first two films first of all, they're not about Pinhead. You know what I mean?
But by the third one, I mean, he really did turn into this icon.
Yeah.
He sort of had like this MTV style. I mean, Motorhead did a music video for that one.
Yeah.
Love that.
Hellraiser
I love that music video.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
They play poker together. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Anna's favorites is the Motorhead Ozzy Osbourne mashup.
Yeah. With the whole cartoon. Have you seen that music video?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. I mean, it has nothing to do with Pinhead anymore, but it's like they, you know, if you've ever seen Heavy Metal,
oh yeah,
the film, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of like very graphic animation, but it's, you know, Lemmy and Ozzy saving the world. Like it's so good. They end up in space. They're fighting a giant demon,
and they mix their vocals together. It is a great.
It's so good
version of that song, but they absolutely started marketing Pinhead as the face of the franchise. He kind of like transcended the franchise.
Yeah. And I think it goes way lighter on the body horror. Like part 3 absolutely does. Like, because I think it is so shiny, right? So even the Cenobites, it's like, you know, he creates like a dozen Cenobites at the end of that movie, but you don't see it happen, you know? So they're just these weird creatures walking around. So it just looks like any other kind of creature effect. But like, it doesn't look like, I mean, the stuff that you see happen in the first film and even in the second film is a lot of like becoming, right? Mm-hmm. Which I think is so important in body horror. It's like the transformation of a human body into something else, right? Like is kind of this the cornerstone of body horror. And the first two movies are full of that. And then it's gone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think they also there was a bit of a price to pay with that decision making as well, that they weren't prepared for. Because by Hellraiser 3, I know James is going to get me on this. By Hellraiser 3, you had Pinhead step into the spotlight. Kind of like Freddy Krueger became with the Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Wars. That's when Freddy Krueger mania really began. That was the beginning of a completely different Freddy, because the Nightmare on Elm Street 2 was definitely the darkest Freddy. By 3, he was a little more fun. And then by 4, they leaned into that hard, and we got MTV Freddy for the remainder of the franchise until the remake. With Hellraiser 3, they leaned into that, right? It's MTV Pinhead. By Hellraiser 4, it was clear that they didn't commit to that. Like, Pinhead was a little more prevalent, I guess. Like, he was still like the face of the franchise. But they took away that fun element and went in a completely different route again. So it was like they never established the character or the franchise and the route that they wanted to take it. Like, it was like almost like they changed it for the first 4, and then after that you got cop dramas.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you agree with that, James? Like, that's...
So it's a lot to unpack. Hellraiser 3 became I agree with you, the MTV generation. Not Freddy Krueger, but he leaned more into the slasher genre. They threw everything out the window, and it became, let's make Pinhead be Freddy Krueger. Or at the very
like, he's
least,
the host of this movie.
Exactly. Let him be the Jason Voorhees, the Michael Myers. And as I love those guys, Pinhead was never that, because I would argue, to answer your question, the first question, Hellraiser 1 was a twisted, brutal, grotesque love story. We had Frank.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
We had Julia. They were the center point of that story, excluding the Cenobites. It was a grotesque, twisted love story, even so much that this movie wasn't originally gonna be Hellraiser entitled. Clive Barker wanted to call this the Hellbound Heart, but the studio said, no, we're not calling it that because it sounds too much like a romantic novel. It sounds like too much of a romantic studio film. Then he wanted to call it Hellbound, and they said no. And then his other one, he went too off the rails because it was going to be called sadomasochistics from beyond the grave. And one of his producers,
and one of his too on the nose.
Yeah, way too on the nose. And then his producer finally said, let's just call it Hellraiser. And he agreed. But the fact of the matter is, this is a beautiful, grotesque love story. It's about a woman who would do anything, regardless of how scummy and sleazy he is, even knowing that, even knowing he'd kill her. It's a love story. And that's what that's what the other films didn't get. Part 2, which I love, it's one of my all-time favorites. It goes more into the hell, and we're talking about Judeo-Christian shit, and like, there's a whole layer here that we might not be able to talk about, but there's a whole layer, like Leviathan being who Leviathan is. Leviathan, people think Satan. People think Leviathan is Satan. It's not.
Two different things. Yeah.
There's a comic book about it, and not only that, there's a There's a hint from the composer, if I'm not mistaken. It's God in Hell. There's just a whole bit of lore there, but when we get into 3, we go into full bore. I'm Freddy Krueger. I'm trying to match that. And I respect the director for doing what he did, because he did I'm doing I'm doing Freddy Krueger, but I'm also trying to tell the tale of Elliot Spencer and the origin story, which that's why I love Hellraiser 3, because we get the tale of Elliot Spencer, and that is fantastic. It's the creating Cenobites out of nowhere without actually giving the lore and being Freddy Krueger. That's where the problem is. So yes, 3 is a slasher, and 4 we just gave up. Four is like I'm trying to. We get an origin story, but 4 is like I'm trying to be like a H.P. Lovecraft movie, and it's a failed attempt. So that's my opinion.
Man, it's like they never established this is what we want to do. Because if they wanted to do, I love Hellraiser 3 as well, so I'm not knocking Hellraiser 3. Mm-hmm. If you want to knock some if you want to knock some Hellraisers, trust me.
I'll knock it.
Go ahead. I know you don't. But if you want to knock some Hellraisers, man, just give it a solid another entry or 2, and you'll have plenty. On your plate to knock. But
I would take 3 over 5 any day.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean,
see, that one's a special place in my heart, because Scott Derrickson, who did Inferno. Scott Derrickson, who did Sinister and Doctor Strange, did that. So it's like,
that's true.
Doesn't make it good.
That's true. but I mean, I'm saying, dude, like after Nightmare on Elm Street 3, they were like, okay, this is our Freddy crew. This is how Freddy is going to operate from now on. Our movies are going to be a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
This is the route we're taking from here on out. Like, it's weird that with Hellraiser 3, they didn't they changed the route, because Hellraiser 1 and 2 feel like nothing else in the franchise.
Right. Yeah. Agreed.
By 3, they take a hard right turn. Mm-hmm. And then by 4, they take another hard left turn this time. And it's like, well, what in the hell is going, like, they never established.
Yeah.
And then, of course, shit gets wonky really bad after.
Do you know any behind the scenes things we may not know? Like, I know when we tried to read up about Bloodlines, I know Clive Barker was involved again. Like, was he not involved in 3 at all? And so was he the one who kind of was like steered the boat back around and was like, this is not, 3 was not what I had in mind at all. Like, let's turn that wheel again. Or am I reading into that? Am I just making that up?
No, you're not making it up. From what I've read, from what I've heard, after 2, Clive Barker and what they did with the Pinhead stuff, he just took the money and he took the money and ran. Like, he was a producer. He was a producer on both of the films, and that's why we got the DVD films that we got, because he just gave the rights away and he took the money and ran. So, Plus at that time he was working on Lord of Illusions, which would be his last film, because he got tired of Hollywood, because they did, after Nightbreed, he was already pissed off. They did him dirty. They did him exceptionally dirty on Nightbreed. By the time the 3rd Hellraiser film came out, he didn't care. And when he did Lord of Illusions before that, and that was his very last directorial film, he just gave up and said, give me the money, gave the rights away, and said, fuck you guys, give me the money, I'm done.
Well, let me ask you this, James, because what we read, and this, like I said, this was a while back. It's when we were doing our marathon. So that might be totally pulling this out of my ass right here is what I'm saying. But from what I remember, when we were reading up on Hellraiser 4 Bloodlines, which is, of course, like the futuristic prequel, sequel, real time
There you go.
mixture, culmination, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yes.
God knows what the hell was up with that movie. But
Yeah.
apparently, Clive Barker did say this was going to be like the script for this was the best Hellraiser film ever.
Yeah, you're remembering that correctly. We did read that. We read that he said, now that's the original script. So that's not what got shot. It's not what got put into theaters. Right? We all know that movie was
hacked to pieces.
Got hacked to pieces. So he's speaking about the original script that he was handed. He thought was the best Hellraiser script since the original.
But I want to ask you, James, do you think that was true? Or do you think Barker was just trying to sell it at that point?
Well,
Didn't we go over the fact that he's not Stephen King? No, sorry.
Shots fired, dude.
Go ahead, Pinhead.
Shots fired, dude.
Go ahead, James. Go ahead.
Dang,
I mean,
that was savage, dude.
I mean,
next you'll be calling out James Wan for the same thing.
Okay.
Jeez.
Anna wants to hurt me there. Okay. So
tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. To answer your question, that's when we lost him being smarter than Stephen King, because I'm sure he did do that. I believe it. Because we have, like I told you, we have that alternate cut of Hellraiser, the producer's cut or whatever. And I've never seen it. I'll admit it. I know, Hellraiser fan, diehard fan, maybe right here. I've never seen it. It's in that box set. Maybe that's the set he's talking about. But we also have Clive Barker doing that a lot of the times. That's why he sold his fucking franchise to the Weinsteins. He's the guy. I'll just put it right here. He's the guy that got the rights back to his franchise and let Hulu make the 2022 Hellraiser and said he said it was the greatest film since the first one, which is, child, you know what? It's not. I don't hate it, but he before the film was even made, he said that film was going to reinvigorate the Hellraiser franchise, and it didn't. So, I don't know.
Yeah, so it sounds like he did. He went the James Wan, Stephen King route. Like, whatever he can put his name on to make a little more money, he'll do it.
You never, I mean,
he'll do it.
You know, because it's like, I think
it sounds like it.
Conceptually, Bloodlines should have been awesome.
It should have been awesome, but it wasn't.
You know what I mean?
It was far from awesome, actually.
No, but we have read about all the stuff that got cut out of the first part of the movie. And it's like that would have been epic. It would,
unless we're romanticizing it, and because that movie is so bad anyway. And it's like, how much faith can you have in it after what they gave you anyway? Yeah. So it's like, but we will never know. That's the shitty thing too, because it's like, hell, if anybody puts out a stinker of a movie and then you can blame that shit on somebody else, you're probably going to.
But James says it's out there. We can actually watch the longer version of the...
I'm saying us as a group right here on this podcast, we don't know. There is that supposed definitive cut, and I've been told from people who are bigger fans than me, they've seen they bought the cut. And they said it's good, but it didn't matter that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like, it could, it is what it is. Like, it's, you want to believe that.
I do.
Like, it was studio meddling, and look at this. Yeah. This concept would have been much better. And it's like, well, still somebody casted that fucking stupid kid in it.
That's true. Oh, that kid is so annoying.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to believe it so much because I love prequels.
Oh yeah.
I love prequels so much. I love lore.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm a lore hound.
All right.
So yeah. Okay.
We're moving on to a little more fun stuff.
He's reining us in. Okay.
A little more fun stuff.
Okay.
Because this is what I want to do. Like, now we're not into the precise fun stuff yet, because these are a little bit controversial. So we'll see. We'll see if you guys agree or not. Okay. I want to ask each of you.
Let's do it.
We'll start with James. James.
Uh-oh.
Did Frank Cotton in the original Hellraiser, did that man get what he deserved, or was he just a victim of the box?
Come on, dude. Let's stop the bullshit. Frank got exactly what he deserved. He manipulated Julia into, even though she has her own mind, he had used and abused her since the very beginning, even before he reached that rainy doorstep. We all know they fucked before Larry and her got married.
That's true.
Larry's the true victim. Larry's the true victim. Come on, bro. Frank got what he deserved. Come on. And he tried he tried to defy and outsmart the Cenobites. That's something you just don't do.
Yeah, that's out of here, man. Come on.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. This isn't even a debate. Like, Frank is he absolutely got what he deserved.
All right. Well, then did Julia get what she deserved?
Yes.
Or is she a victim of Frank's?
No, I don't think she's a victim of Frank's. I mean, I think it's like, you know, they give her this really great, like, trembling moment of, what about Larry, right? And it's just like, bitch, he's your fiance. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's your commitment. Like, Frank has we can all, you can debate, like, brotherly bonds, blah, 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 blah. But people like to stop short in that saying of blood is thicker than water. It's the full saying is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, which means actually her promise to him is deeper than the fact that they were born into the same family. Damn. Right? Like that's what that saying actually is. So it's like, get out, dude.
Julia, you know what I'm saying? Like, Julia's standing there. Frank's already shirtless with a husband's bulge. What do you think his response is going to be, Julia? You're right. We should stop this and think of Frank, my nerdy brother.
Right? Or Larry.
Excuse me. Yeah, Larry, my nerdy brother. Yeah. It's like, no, Frank's going in, buddy.
She's no victim. Especially, like, this is not a child he has manipulated, right? This isn't some like virginal 16-year-old whose frontal lobe isn't fully developed yet, and she's
in her mid-30s. Come on,
right? This is an adult woman. Like, get out.
Not only that, they're both as guilty because they tried to take Kirsty away from her father. Fuck them. They both deserve to be taken. They both tried to manipulate. You might get a little bit from Julia, but fuck her. She brought all those men to eat. She brought all those men and smashed their head in to eat the zombie man, the flesh zombie man, and they tried to do it to my girl Kirsty. Fuck them both. Yeah. Let them rock.
Yeah. And to be fair, like, for a dude that she wasn't in a relationship with,
this
is a dude that she slept with once right before her own wedding, right? And he left her the way he leaves every other woman he's ever slept with. Like, so she's romanticizing. This whole thing is in her head.
Dude, Frank hit her with that good,
or
bro.
Love story or whatever is all in her head. It wasn't love. It was some sex that blew her mind.
It was love.
That's all that was.
Like, dude, Frank hit it with that good. She couldn't deny it. I mean, Frank is just that's the peak male physical form, James. That's Frank, buddy.
And to think, originally we were gonna have, from what IMDb said, we were gonna have Lance Henriksen as Frank, and Julia and Jennifer Tilly auditioned as Julia. So.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So that would have been a different spin of things.
That would have been really different.
Dude, I don't know whose voice I would have liked better in that, because they both have those gravelly smoker voices. So, Come over here, sweetheart.
No, Jennifer Tilly's. It's so funny because I love Jennifer Tilly so much.
I love her, man.
And she does have a little bit of the gravel, but it's accompanied by that really high pitch.
Yeah, that's true.
And that just would have been so silly.
Lance Henriksen sounds like the damn Marlboro man over there, though. Like he ain't seducing nobody.
You know what? Like, I mean, I think that would have taken it like to that very cerebral place. You know what I mean? Because he's not a conventionally attractive
Well, get this.
man. You know what I mean? So it would have had to be completely cerebral. It would have been
Well,
weird.
get this. Apparently, the only reason why he turned it down is because he didn't want to be in any sequels, and then he was in Hell World, so, you know.
Oh, good God. Well, nice way to steer the ship there, Frank. Right into the iceberg. Or, I mean, Lance.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say Frank. Damn it, Frank.
Same difference.
He lives in there, man. Maybe y'all are talking to Frank right now, and I'm just the flesh vessel.
That's it.
Come to daddy.
Ew. Oh, when he says that to Kirsty. Ew.
All right then.
Okay.
All right then. If y'all are going to be out of control.
We're out of control.
Okay. I gotta know that, man. Okay. Give me the subgenre that you would put Hellraiser into. If it's not a slasher, what subgenre does it fit in?
Oh, I'm with James from earlier. It's like romantic horror.
Yeah.
It's a romantic horror.
It's a rom-com. It's definitely not a com.
It's right up there with Warm Bodies.
But I know, if not romantic, then erotic, erotic horror.
Oh,
Exactly.
kind of like Nymphomaniac or
I've never seen.
or Necromantic. Excuse me,
No,
Necromantic
it's
or
not Nymphomaniac. Stop it.
maybe Cemetery Man, guys.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like Cemetery Man. That poor guy. Talk about being manipulated by somebody.
Right.
Steven showed me, it's like just total M- conversation we're having here. But like Steven set me up for Cemetery Man the first time he showed it to me. He's like, it's so romantic. It's
This is the
so
most-
romantic. And like talk about a main character getting horribly manipulated. Like
You're rotten for that,
cle-
Steven. You're rotten for
like
that.
he clearly loves her, right? Like, and they're together for like 5 minutes, like in
Right. Hey man, hey man, I'm a romantic at heart.
and you
I
just
gotta-
hate her because she's using him. Like it's horrible. There's nothing romantic about it. You lied. You used me. And like I think equally, like it's hard. While I like agreed, like yeah, romantic horror. Like it's also not romantic. Hellraiser is also not romantic in that traditional sense because neither of them are selfless at all, right? They're not like giving it all for their love, right? Like it's so erotic probably works better, like erotic horror. You know what I mean?
That's why I said it was a twisted, and you added erotic,
Yeah.
but I agree, a twisted erotic romantic film,
Yeah. I mean, you could, if you asked Julia if she was in love with Frank, she would probably say yes.
I would,
right?
I would love it.
Yeah.
I would love it if like I could retroactively go back and they let me design the cover for the Hellraiser VHS and I just put your all's descriptive quote on there as a twisted erotic romantic horror film. Like I bet there'd be some disappointed sons of bitches after that.
Dude, all you would need really is Hellraiser, A.K.A. whatever it was Clive Barker was going to call it, the like sadomasochist from Beyond the Grave.
Oh, good God.
That's right.
That would have set
That's
people up
right,
for
Anna.
exactly what they are
That's
going
right.
to get.
Y'all keep it up.
Anna's on my level. That's right.
Hey, I'm telling you what, buddy, y'all keep this shit up. And damn, that'll be fucking Trauma's next movie if y'all keep talking
I
about
hope
that
so.
original title.
I hope it is. It's such a
I
good
do too.
original title. So good.
All right, next question. This is when we'll start getting into the fun stuff a little bit.
I'm ready.
Where would be the absolute worst place to open the lament configuration?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, good God. Oh God, dude. That's horrible. Why did you even go there?
I mean, I'm
not even going to invite her back after this
Tell
one,
me I'm
James.
wrong.
That's too evil.
It would be the worst place. You
are
asked for
going
the
to be
worst place.
dude.
I almost said Disneyland.
Oh shit! You hear this? Yeah, she's going to be the new. She's going to be the next hell priest. You keep it up.
Oh God! Well,
Oh my God!
You asked for the worst place.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my answer, and then we want yours, James. I'm gonna say SeaWorld. Because then if they're going to wipe out the animals in front of the children as well. Like, oh shit, Shampoo done got nailed. Look at him.
Shampoo. That whale named Shampoo.
The Japanese are here again. They got Shampoo. Oh. What? I don't give a shit. It's true. That'd be the worst place.
Oh, God.
All right, James. Worst place you could possibly open the lament configuration.
I had something really bad. I'm going to neuter mine, an orphanage. And I had expanded on that, but...
It's good. That's good.
I'll stop right there.
Dude, I don't think we could get fucking worse than in Hellraiser 2 when he hands it to like the mentally stunted girl.
He gives them all boxes.
Oh, that's right.
Like
he gave them all.
You walk through this like mental ward, and all these poor people are laying there in their beds, like playing with the boxes, and they all have little hooks.
Yes, I feel like Clive Barker answered this question.
He did
40 years ago.
He did. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah.
Oh God,
it's horrible. It's horrible.
That shit traumatized me as a kid because I saw that when I was 7 years old for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh God, dude. Yeah, that's horrible. Horrible. But I'm gonna give y'all another one, and you can name anybody.
Okay.
Okay. There's no person off limits here. I don't care.
Okay.
Fuck them.
Okay.
Who in real life would deserve to meet the Cenobites? Anna.
Hitler.
Well, Hitler's dead.
I mean,
oh God, we're getting a Hitler prequel.
You didn't say.
Okay.
You said anybody.
Okay. Who? Okay. Well, at the current time, who?
P. Diddy.
Ooh, damn. And he'd got it rough too, because there's bars already where he's at.
Combs.
Well, I guess he's released now, but
whatever.
Could you imagine opening that shit in a prison cell?
Whatever. Any of those child trafficking monsters, they all deserve the lament configuration. They deserve to meet Pinhead. That's what I think.
All right, James, who deserves to meet the Cenobites?
Anna kind of took mine, but I'll take a triple threat of R. Kelly and the Jason and Logan Paul.
There you go.
Damn. Oh, he's wiping. Dude, dude, let me tell you something, buddy. If you take out Jason and Logan Paul, who's going to be around to box the janitors of the world?
Who the fuck cares?
It's horrible. Who do you want the Cenobites to meet?
Who do I want the Cenobites to meet? I'm going to do us all a favor right now and take the best possible pick out of all of us. Jason Blum.
I knew
you son of a bitch.
Didn't think about that one. Yeah.
That's right. Jason Blum, buddy, it is time. You're opening. Yeah.
Can I give an honorable mention? David Gordon
Give us an honor. Oh, there we go. We'd fuck up though. We'd let Jason Blum and David Gordon Green meet the Cenobites, and they'd become the next Chenard. They'd just take over.
No shit.
We have established the Blumhouse IP to the Hell World. And,
if that's the case, then the Jason Paul brothers would be fucking Julia.
They'd be challenging Julia to a boxing match.
Oh, God.
What is your last meal before you meet the Cenobites?
I'm a fat ass, so it'd be if I could have anything, it would be steak and eggs and what's that country steak with the gravy on it.
Yeah. Country fried steak.
Country
Oh,
fried
man.
steak. So,
But you've been in North Carolina too long. You're speaking our language, man.
I know.
All right, Anna.
Me? Spaghetti with a meat sauce, homemade sourdough bread,
Damn.
and tiramisu to finish it off.
All right.
Like, that's what I would want.
You know what, man?
Yeah. Final meal.
Final meal.
Final meal.
Peter Dinklage. I'm taking him down with me.
Yes.
And then when they rip me apart, he just flops out and, is shocked.
Oh, God. I love it.
I'm taking Peter Dinklage down there with me, baby.
I love it.
And
if
they told me I couldn't have my final meal, I would have sushi. There you
go. Oh, speaking our definite language now. So
yum.
Yeah, that's been our cheat meal for probably the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Doing the anti-inflammation stuff. I've only had sushi for like a cheat meal. So yeah, we're sushi connoisseurs. Oh, dude, man.
A lot of spicy tuna. It's
spicy tuna is my fave. I always do something with spicy tuna, but I can't have anything fried or anything. So
yeah.
Did they give you guys that Godzilla roll over there?
I haven't found one.
What is it? What's a Godzilla roll?
So it's probably against yours because it's fried. It's like a fried sushi with extra spicy shit in the middle. It's insane. It's that I would sell my soul to Pinhead to eat an unlimited amount of.
You'd be like Homer Simpson when they fed him all those damn like donuts in hell.
Yeah. I'll.
Yeah. We'll have all of the donuts in the world. More. More. All right, well, let me ask you this then. I'm going to ask both of y'all this.
Okay.
James, starting with you, because Anna's too good at this. She's...
Okay.
Goodness gracious, I got to put a cap on her. What is...
What I do?
Yeah, come on, Disneyland.
Okay.
What is your guilty pleasure horror movie that Pinhead himself could even punish you for?
Oh, it has to be a horror movie?
Has to be horror, dude. Probably Hellraiser 5, the way he was talking earlier.
I don't know, because Hellraiser 5 is a close... No. The Stand. The original The Stand.
There you go.
Because I love Gary Sinise.
Baby, can you dig your man?
He's a righteous man.
Yeah.
No, I take it back. Sorority Row.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
Maybe according to you, Malignant, because you guys hate that shit. So Malignant.
Oh, I hate that movie. Yes, we don't get any pleasure from that.
That's true.
I love Malignant. It's fantastic.
If we were the Cenobites, you'd be in trouble.
You'd be done.
So,
all right, what about you, Anna? Go ahead and give us some.
I have no idea.
What?
That's what's funny. Like, I was just like, why did he think I'd
Anna
pop off on this
only likes
one?
good movies. Excuse me, Pinhead.
No. It's not even that. It's just that I can't even think because it makes me feel like it's something I feel guilty about liking, and I don't do that.
Okay, then I'm going to go and I'm going to say Mosquito. Mosquito, because I know, or you do every Friday the 13th. I have a ton.
Yeah.
But like Mosquito, because I know it's bad, still love it.
Yeah.
And I have friends I've watched that movie with, and it just brings a smile to my face every time. Plus Gunnar Hansen in a ponytail and camo pants. How can you go wrong?
Amazing.
Right?
See, it's hard for me because
oh yeah, you do, man.
This isn't my comfort genre. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like I really like some fantasy adventure films that I know are bad. You know what I mean? I know they're bad and I love them anyways.
Yeah, give us one.
Mortal Instruments.
Okay, that's a good one.
You don't even know what that is. Right? It's like
that's a good one. God.
Love it. I know it's garbage and I love it. Whereas, and I know like horror fans feel that way, like big, like deep horror fans like feel that way about, you know, some really bad horror films. And I don't know if I have, like, maybe do you know if I've got a horror film that we know is bad, but we love it? That I love it?
A lot of the horror fan would argue stuff like Bride of Chucky.
Oh man, I love Bride of Chucky. Like, so if people argue about that,
awesome. Come on.
Right? A lot of people hate that one though.
Fuck them.
All right, that's what I'm saying. But I mean,
you know, I get told a lot that
well, hell, Hellraiser 4.
There you go. Although, no, you know what's funny is I like the beginning of it. I only like the beginning of it. Like, so that's rough. Like, because I don't.
Yeah, she likes the France stuff.
I don't, in fact, like the rest of the movie. I only like the beginning of the movie. oh, I know. The Underworld prequel.
Oh,
Rise of the Lycan.
Rise of the Lycan.
I love that movie. There you go. I did it. I found one. I love that movie.
So
see, I told you, I love prequels. I'm a sucker for them.
I'll do one more because I like it. I agree with Deanna. I like Rise of the Lycans, but I'll match your. I like Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, there we go.
Especially with that Metropolis, the darkest side of the night. Like a fire. I love that movie.
My God, dude.
Amazing.
Gotta hit him with that left, right, left combo, eh, Julius? Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. I mean, yeah, Jason Takes Manhattan is good. School is out, McCullough.
Okay, okay. I like Jason X.
Ooh, evil gets an upgrade.
Everybody likes Jason X, and if they don't, they're lying.
That's
okay,
right. Cool. That's right.
Funny.
All right. Here's one.
Okay.
Who would survive longer in hell? You or Julia?
Julia.
Me. What about you, James? Are you surviving longer than Julia in hell?
I would only say I would only say Julia just because I could see Julia cutting a kid's throat, and I wouldn't do that. So,
well, yeah, she's going to work some seductive powers,
right? Like you get like she by the second film, which isn't that long after the first, right? They're just kind of a boom boom. Like she has already like seduced, manipulated, whatever, her way into the good graces of Leviathan. Like she has gone over the head of all the Cenobites. She's totally ditched Frank. Now she's in with the head guy. Like what? Like I'm not. That's not going to happen for me, right? Like I would fail at that. Like that's not...
and I'd be too scared because honestly, especially that Prime Julia and Hellraiser 2, I might be turned into a Cenobite because I'd probably make out with her and I'd be like, you know,
dude, I mean, she's putting out the vibe in that one, bro. Like she's coming on, man.
Yeah, I'm more on like Kirsty's side where it's like if you told me like who could talk Pinhead out of killing them or dragging them to hell, you or Kirsty, I might that's more. Could I make Pinhead feel sorry for me? Maybe. I might put myself there.
Tough.
Could I do what Julia does? No. I'd be totally fucked. Like that's not. Nope.
Yeah.
Kirsty was the greatest. Like she was one of my first childhood crushes. Kirsty's the shit.
Dude, I'm gonna get her on someday because I was talking to her and she was up for it.
Uh-huh.
And then I think we moved and that fell off, and I've been trying to get a hold of her again. So hopefully,
if you do, that would be so fucking awesome because she's fantastic. She's a class act, and she's one of the greatest scream queens of all time. I don't care. Fight me. She's one of the greatest.
She was great, bro.
She's great.
Dude, she goes to the wall for her dad, dude.
Yes.
Like
Exactly.
she's awesome. She's awesome.
Have you guys ever thought about designing your own Cenobite? Like, what would be awesome?
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Or if you were a Cenobite, what would your custom Cenobite be? Like, if you could create one, or hell, if you became one yourself, what would it? I think I've got one. I think I have the ultimate form
Hit us.
of Cenobite.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking Chenard times 10.
Ooh, I like it. As long as you're not being dragged around by a giant worm in your head, I'm happy, because I hate that thing. I hate that thing.
We're going to take Everett McGill from The People Under the Stairs in his gimp suit,
Okay.
and we will call him Everett McKill. And I think that could be the ultimate Cenobite right there, man. Just saying.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I like that. What's interesting is I feel like Freddy's glove would make a really good addition to a Cenobite.
Right?
Right? Like just fingers that are now blades or whatever. Like, oh, that'd be horrible.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be great. Like something like that would really work. Yeah,
that's probably pretty evil though, man. I think they should just go all in, man, Give us a female one with vagina dentata, dude. Just
Yeah.
make that just go all in, dude. She seduces some guys.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the book I read that was where the vagina was a portal to hell?
No.
Yeah, it's called interestingly enough, the name of the book is The Haunted Vagina. I don't think that's what I mean. It's not haunted. It's literally a portal to hell.
You see what I deal with over here, James? That's why I told you Anna is definitely the new hell priest.
I mean, bizarro fiction is a thing. That's what it's literally. This subgenre of horror called bizarro, and that's
Yeah.
The Haunted Vagina. Check it out.
Oh my goodness.
It's funny.
You gonna keep it up, James?
Just read the Scarlet Gospels. You'll be very uncomfortable there. So
There we go. Yeah, I haven't yet. We need to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, man. I want to ask the HorrorFam.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your custom Cenobite if you could make one?
Mm-hmm.
And what would their name be? Leave a comment below, whether you're watching this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Leave your comment below. Describe your own custom Cenobite and what their name would be. The HorrorFam wants to know.
Yeah, I want to see how creative people get.
Oh, me too. Yeah. It's going to get wild.
Yeah.
James, man, I'd like to thank you for coming on today, though, dude, and talking some horror with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was fantastic.
Right, it was too fun.
I had a great
blast.
time.
It was a blast.
Good.
Especially talking about Hellraiser.
Oh,
so good.
Yeah. We're going to have to tackle another topic in the future. Maybe Hellraiser 2.
I was going to say we have all the sequels. Let's do this again and dive into the sequels.
I just want to jump. Can we just jump to part 4 for James, please?
Hey, I'm down for Hellraiser 2, Hellraiser 4, Hellraiser Inferno for Anna,
Oh, man. All right, you hear it, HorrorFam.
We really should get into Judgment, too, so.
Oh, that one's great. That one's great. We should.
HorrorFam, if you want James, a.K.A. Pinhead 198, back on the show, then you have to show me you have good faith in the HorrorFam, okay? I need you to like, I need you to follow, I need you to comment with Pinhead's name. I need it all. You know what? You need to go to work for this man, rally for him.
That's right.
Support your candidate.
Right?
Right? You let us know in the comments. All right, HorrorFam. Thank you for listening. Thank you once again, James, for being here with us, man. This was amazing. And until next time, look horror.
Listen horror.
Talk horror, my friends.